Pleasure to meet you again.
Yes, you two again.
I really love this season for the fact that it feels, I was saying to Chick, that it almost feels like you guys hit the reset button and you've gone through again. What was that like in terms of portraying Olivia? I mean, it's a very different season for her.
It is. It is, although it does end up in a different place again. But we won't go there. We'll start with where we find her at the beginning of season 2, which is, in not the best shape of her life. Her tongue had to be reconstructed. She's hobbling around on a cane. Her son has abandoned her, doesn't want to talk to her anymore. No longer any control over the White Tower and what's going on in there. Complicated situation with her lover. So they're very, she's in dire states. This is a tough moment in Olivia's life. But Olivia, finds ways out of these things, as she does and has for centuries, apparently. So I would not shed a tear just for her yet. There's still hope.
Well, I love that she very much felt like the villain in the first season. At least this kind of lurking villain in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But this season, I didn't feel as much that she was the villainess.
Mm-hmm.
Did you portraying her? Did you feel that?
Well, I wanted to give her different colors this season. I wanted to make sure that we saw the human side to all of this, to understand where she's coming from, that evil is not always pure evil. I mean, and I think most people who are evil certainly don't think of themselves as evil. So, I wanted to delve deeper into who Olivia really is and what makes her tick and what her own frustrations and fears are. And I think ultimately she wants to be a better mother. I think she really loves her children. I just think she's had a hard time expressing it.
Right.
She's not really good at this kind of stuff.
What was it like working with Chick on this season? Because, even just chatting with him briefly, he's such a tremendous talent and he's such a nice guy. What was it like
smart.
on set?
Yeah, he's really, well, they were in the writing room most of the time in LA while we were filming in Toronto. So they didn't know, I mean, obviously we had writers come in and out, but they had to be where they were stationed, which was LA, to do all the writing and write all these scenes of like us frolicking around outside in bikinis when it was really minus 40 degrees. No, I'm kidding. But I think when they finally came, some of them, they realized, oh, it's that cold, so maybe we should start writing scenes for the interiors rather than exteriors. But it's just great to have a good team of writers on board, everybody who was very excited to be there and wanted to explore different avenues with these characters. And Chick, said he wanted to peel back the layers of the characters. Well, there was certainly a lot of peeling back going on for Olivia.
What, in terms of filming it, did it feel different this season? I mean, largely the sets changed a fair bit as well, but was there a different mood even as you guys were putting this together?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the interesting thing is when you work in a group of people over the years, like I've done with the X-Men movies or the Taken movies, is that from year to year, just everybody change. People, I mean, we are a core human being, obviously, but the circumstances change in our lives, whatever. So a show is no different. It has a different, every time you come to set on a new season or whatever, it's a new set of circumstances, new set of people, new locations, and it just brings all sorts of possibilities with it. So it's never the same, which I like.
Right.
And it shouldn't be. Life is not like that. Every day is a new day.
Does that make it, I mean, that's the whole actor's role, but does it make it challenging to jump back into these roles sometimes to find that kind of core what she's about?
No, and I think a lot of that obviously has to come from the writing to begin with. But some characters you just fall into right away, as the moment you like Jean Grey. Over 14 years I've been playing her now, so I just don't feel like I lose her very quickly. She's still, whenever I come back to a set, I feel that I just fall back into the Jean Grey persona, whatever that is. So it's fun. It's what we do.
What do you
try to do?
Well, I mean, I love Olivia. I think this season it really shows so much more of what she's about, I guess. I feel like we got a better broad scope of
and
her.
yet we're still confused.
Yes.
But that's very much Olivia, you know. She is confusing. She's confusing to me. But I like it. It keeps me on my toes, you know, having to constantly figure out a way to keep her a certain way and a certain being, but yet finding all these other things and then not revealing too much because she has to be a mystery.
Right. What would you like to see from her in the future? Is there something that, you know,
Well, we've gone to extremes already, so I'd be curious where it goes next time. I think pure evil's never that interesting. I think it has to be a combination of things. I think, you know, you need to strip her of her worst, whatever her worst fear is, have her be confronted with that, and then see what happens to a person like that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Oh, thank you.